Imagine calling 911 because your sandwich didn't have enough mayonnaise, or because you forgot how to put on pants. Sounds insane, right? Well, today we're diving into the most hilarious, mind-blowing, and downright dumb 911 calls that actually happened. But fair warning, some of these will make you lose faith in humanity, or at least burst out laughing. So, without wasting time, let's go. Number 1. A woman called 911 because her McDonald's burger didn't have enough mayo. She demanded the police force get involved, calling it a food emergency. The dispatcher? Not impressed. At least she wasn't calling about missing nuggets, but someone did that too. Number 2. A guy called 911 because he was stuck on a math problem. No joke. He panicked while doing his kid's homework and told the operator, "If I get this wrong, my wife will kill me." The dispatcher, instead of hanging up, actually tried to help. Talk about next-level customer service. Number 3. A fully grown adult called 911 because they forgot how to put on pants. The operator thought it was a prank until the guy started crying. Turns out he was super drunk and genuinely confused. Can you imagine the officer's face when they showed up? Number 4. 911 operators are used to serious situations. But a woman once called because her cat wouldn't let her leave her bedroom. She said, "Every time I move, he hisses at me." The dispatcher suggested tossing him a treat. She screamed, "I tried, but he's a monster." Number 5. Man called 911 from a gas station because the ice cream machine wasn't working. He demanded the cops do something about it because he was having a very bad day. The dispatcher? Silent for a few seconds, then just said, "Sir, this is not a crime." Number 6. A woman called 911 to complain about her pizza toppings. She specifically ordered extra olives but said there were only a few on the pizza. When the dispatcher refused to send help, she got mad and yelled, "This is a disaster." Number 7. A guy stumbled out of a club, called 911 and reported his car stolen. The police showed up and found it, parked right in front of him. Turns out he was just too drunk to see it. The cops gave him a ride, but not the kind he wanted. Number 8. A man frantically called 911 because his dog ate his weed. He was convinced the dog was dying because he won't stop staring at me. The dispatcher advised him to call a vet, but the guy replied, "Dude, I think he's reading my mind." Number 9. A woman called 911 from inside a public restroom because there was no toilet paper. The dispatcher calmly suggested to check another stall. But, she said, "No, I need a police escort." Spoiler, she did not get one. Number 10. A man called 911 in a panic because he got stuck inside his jacket. He put both arms through the same sleeve, twisted it up, and fell over. The cops had to cut him out. Number 11. A woman dialed 911 because she couldn't stop singing. She claimed it was an uncontrollable medical emergency. The operator asked what she was singing. Her response? Baby Shark. Number 12. A man called 911 and screamed, "I can't hear you." The dispatcher calmly told him, "Sir, I think you're holding the phone upside down." There was a long silence, then a quiet, "Oh." Number 13. A guy called 911 in terror, convinced someone was following him everywhere. He described the suspect as dark, always behind me, and mimicking my every move. Turns out, it was his own shadow. Number 14. A man swore there was a ghost in his house because objects were moving by themselves. The police arrived and discovered it was just his Roomba. Number 15. A guy called 911 from inside his car, panicking because the doors won't open. The dispatcher asked, "Did you try unlocking it?" Silence, then told, "Oh, never mind." Number 16. A man called 911 and said, "I'm too high. I can't feel my face. I think I'm dying." The dispatcher asked what he took. His answer? A whole bag of weed brownies. When the cops arrived, he was just lying on the couch staring at the ceiling, whispering, "Time is broken." Number 17. A woman called 911, screaming that an ATM ate her card. The dispatcher explained the machine likely kept it due to incorrect PIN attempts. Her response? "So what do I do? Call the FBI?" Number 18. A guy called 911 in distress because he couldn't find his glasses. The dispatcher calmly asked, "Sir, are they on your face?" Long pause. Then told, "Oh, never mind." Number 19. A lonely man dialed 911, not for an emergency, but to ask the female dispatcher out on a date. She kindly declined. He then asked, "Can you send an officer who's single?" Number 20. A man called 911 because he lost his TV remote. The dispatcher, trying not to laugh, asked, "Sir, do you have a manual button on the TV?" His response, "Oh, I didn't think of that." Number 21. A woman called 911 in a panic because she was locked inside her car. The dispatcher asked if she tried manually unlocking it. A moment later, she quietly muttered, "Oh." It worked. Number 22. A guy called 911 from Burger King because his fries were too cold. When the dispatcher refused to send help, he said, "So I guess justice is dead, huh?" Number 23. A woman called 911, furious that Taco Bell gave her the wrong order. She demanded officers come to fix this injustice. The dispatcher suggested she should go inside and ask for a replacement. Number 24. A man called 911 in absolute terror because a giant snake was in his bathtub. Officers arrived and found a rubber toy snake. The man swore, "It moved, I swear." Number 25. A woman called 911 because her sandwich had too many pickles. The dispatcher told her to remove them herself. Her response? "But I don't want to touch them." Number 26. A man called 911 asking for help opening a pickle jar. The dispatcher told him to run it under hot water. His response? "You're a genius." Number 27. A very drunk man called 911, convinced his house was missing. Turns out, he was standing in his neighbor's driveway. Number 28. A guy called 911 because his Uber was 5 minutes late. When the dispatcher told him it wasn't an emergency, he asked, "So, do I call the FBI?" Number 29. A woman dialed 911 because her foot fell asleep and won't wake up. The dispatcher suggested moving it around. She gasped, "It worked!" Number 30. A man was convinced his house was haunted because his lights kept flickering. Officers arrived and found a faulty light bulb. Number 31. A guy called 911 because his microwave kept beeping. The dispatcher suggested unplugging it. "Oh, I didn't think of that." Number 32. A woman called 911 because she forgot her Wi-Fi password and couldn't watch Netflix. The dispatcher suggested calling her provider. "Ugh, that takes forever." Number 33. A man called 911, furious that a squirrel stole his sandwich in the park. The dispatcher asked, "Sir, what do you want us to do? Arrest it?" Number 34. A woman called 911 because her dog wouldn't come inside. The dispatcher suggested using treats. Her response? "I ran out. Can you send an officer?" Number 35. A guy called 911 from the mall, panicking because the escalator stopped moving. The dispatcher asked, "Sir, have you considered walking?" Number 36. A woman dialed 911 to report traffic. The dispatcher suggested waiting. She snapped, "No, I want a police escort." Number 37. A guy called 911 to report missing socks from his laundry. The dispatcher told him it's probably the dryer monster. Number 38. A woman called 911, upset because her cappuccino had too much foam. The dispatcher suggested using a spoon. That's not the point. Number 39. A guy called 911 because he got stuck between two fences trying to get the perfect selfie. Officers had to pry him out. Number 40. A woman called 911 because her alarm clock scared her awake. She thought it was a home invasion. Number 41. A woman called 911, begging officers to arrest her parrot because he wouldn't stop swearing at her. Number 42. A grown man called 911 to report his missing teddy bear. When the dispatcher asked why he needed the police, he said, "Because he's my best friend." Number 43. A man called 911 because he ate too much pizza and physically couldn't get up. Number 44. A woman called 911 because she couldn't find her phone. The dispatcher calmly asked, "Ma'am, what are you calling me on?" Number 45. A guy called 911 and said, "Hey, can you guys call me in the morning? I keep sleeping through my alarm." The dispatcher told him, "Sir, this is not a wake-up service." His response? "Well, it should be." Number 46. A frustrated woman called 911 at 2 a.m. because her husband's snoring was too loud. She demanded officers do something about it. The dispatcher's suggestion? Maybe try earplugs? Number 47. A woman called 911 because her high heel got stuck in a sidewalk crack. She refused to take her foot out, claiming, "These are expensive." officers had to wiggle her free. Number 48. A man called 911 not for an emergency but to ask, "Should I text my ex?" The dispatcher told him, "No, sir." Hang up the phone. He sighed and said, "That's what I thought." Number 49. A guy was trying to grab something under his bed and somehow got himself stuck. He called 911, and when the officers arrived, they simply lifted the bed. Number 50. A woman called 911 in tears because her takeout was too spicy and she couldn't handle the heat. The dispatcher suggested, "Maybe drink some milk?" Number 51. A guy called 911 in pure panic because he accidentally swallowed a toothpick. While waiting for an ambulance, the dispatcher asked, "Sir, are you in pain?" His answer? "No, I'm just scared it's gonna stab my insides." And there you have it. 51 of the most ridiculous 911 calls ever made. Which one made you laugh the hardest? Comment below. And remember, 911 is for real emergencies. So, next time your pizza is late, maybe just call the restaurant instead. If you enjoyed this, hit that like button, subscribe for more crazy content, and I'll see you in the next video.